What's up, everybody? It's your boy Mastamynd here over for Ohio Cannabis Live, and welcome back to another episode of 420 Live Ohio. If you're new to the channel, please go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button right now, and make sure you hit the notification bell for updates. We do appreciate you being here, and we'll start the show in just a second.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Mastermind.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy Mastamynd, aka Anthony Riley, here with 420 Live. Welcome back to another show. If you're new to the channel, please go ahead and smash the like button immediately right now if you haven't already. And welcome back to everyone who has been coming to the show from the very beginning. I do appreciate you being here. Let me go ahead and get my comments turned on.
Another mastermind hit.
All right. And, I'm going to ask this question like I ask all the time. What's everybody medicating on today? What y'all medicating on? What's for dinner today? Y'all let me know. I was going to go live on Instagram, but, there's something about this stupid Instagram. I like to go live on my phone in landscape mode, and they want you to go on your phone like this. And I think that's stupid, so old me did not set up my phone so that I could use it that way. Larry OG, that's right. Yeah, you told me, you said that Larry OG was that thing, man. I'm happy to hear that. We gonna see if we can. What's up, Mike? We gonna see if we can go live on Instagram, man, because they always say they feel left out there. So I have an experimental gizmo here that I'm rigging up for Instagram, and I've got some really exciting news to share with you guys today. Starting probably next week, or maybe the following week, I have a co-host now, and so his name is Pothead Genius. That's what he goes by, but his first name's Josh, and he'll be coming on the show, and you'll be seeing a new face, kind of getting a different perspective on things. We still will be having guests on the show. If you want to be a guest on the show, let me know. Northern Lights, oh man, and I almost bought that today. I almost got the Northern Lights today because I really like it. It was one of the first strains I had in the program. So like I said, you're wondering what I'm doing. I'm trying to go live on Instagram. Like, we can't be it's checking connections. I didn't even say I was ready to go live yet, and we're already live. Okay, so this ain't exactly what I wanted to do. Instagram, this Instagram is terrible. Ain't what I wanted to do. But okay, anyway, we gonna work with it. Instagram. It ain't ideally what I wanted to do. But we gonna work on it. Instagram. So the reason that I'm going live on Instagram at the same time that I'm going live on Facebook and YouTube is because I want to make sure we is all understanding that we have to stand up to keep telemedicine going. We absolutely have to come together on all platforms. That's Reddit, that's Facebook, that's YouTube. There is all these patients in the program according to their numbers, and it's time for those numbers to show up and say, don't take the telemedicine away at the end of the year. Now, we got an extension till December 31st of this year, and what I'm talking about, for those who are not sure of what I'm referring to, and those who are new watching this on Instagram for the first time, telemedicine for Ohio medical cannabis patients is ending. It was supposed to end in September, and we did a survey. Some doctors did some surveys, a couple other organizations. We all came together, and we sent a bunch of messages and survey data to the pharmacy board to let them know that we don't want them to take away the telemedicine. Okay, now the only way that this can happen is for them to make a rule change. So we would have to have the rules changed to allow for telemedicine going forward. And I'm not sure the kind of impact of their enforcement goes as far as other telemedicine services in Ohio. But just to be clear, what they're trying to say is that they never changed the rule during the pandemic to allow telemedicine. They just stopped enforcing a rule that doesn't allow it. So there was a rule that says no telemedicine, and during the pandemic and during the declaration of a state of emergency or whatever it was, they said, oh, we're going to ignore the rule that says no telemedicine and let people do telemedicine, instead of just going in there right then and there and saying we need telemedicine and it's probably not going to go away and making that a permanent change. They never made any changes. They just said, oh, well, look.
Another mastermind hit.
Look over there. Telemedicine. And then what? Turn their back. So it's important for everyone on social media and everywhere else to contact the board of pharmacy, contact your medical marijuana doctor, make it known that you do not want telemedicine to go away. Because if you don't speak up, they're going to look at 600 or 700, 800 people I gathered up from Reddit and everywhere else, and they'll say, man, that doesn't represent the whole program. So I need to make sure that everybody comes out. I got to make sure everybody stands up, because if we don't, we're not going to have telemedicine. Another thing that I want to address today, because it keeps getting further and further away from it happening, is the removal of the tier 1, tier 2 system in our program. It has not happened. I've been told multiple times that it's going to be taken away. I'm told it's in J cards. I'm told it's in this part of the process and that part of the process, but it hasn't happened. So again, like I'm telling you to stand up about the telemedicine, you need to stand up about the tier 1, tier 2 system. I'm sorry that I'm shaking and rocking. I'm having some problems today, so it's just nerves, pain, but I'll be all right. I'll be all right. But like I said, it's really important, that we start working together. I really can't stand all these divisions. People have to understand that if you want something to change, you got to make your voices heard together in unison. You can't have 4 people doing one thing, 5 people doing another thing, and 8 other people doing something else. It should be real simple. I want my telemedicine. I want the THC to be dropped. I mean the THC, the tier system to be dropped. What have I been medicating on? The tier system to be dropped. And, and most importantly, number 3, can we get some damn home grow or what? Can we get some home grow in there? Okay, that's what's up. I'm glad to hear that. I am happy to see other people coming out of their shells and being able to feel comfortable speaking up and participating. And so I want to continue that movement and that momentum by continuing to have patient meetings and events virtually every Saturday at 7:30 until further notice. I also want to let you guys know that I will not always be at those meetings on Saturday at 7:30 anymore. Sometimes this will be due to other projects that I'm working on. Sometimes it will be due to my health, and other times it's just because I want other people to have an opportunity to host and control and run the meeting. So that what that means is that if you have a particular cannabis related thing that you would like to do for Saturday, I'll have a sign up where you can sign up to host your own meeting. Now, the cost to you is $0. I'm paying for it. Costs me $16 a month to pay for Zoom. That allows us to have 100 people in a meeting at one time. Let me see who this is calling me. Okay, just want to make sure it wasn't an urgent call. So it's really important that we start engaging each other, and we got to do this in a safe way. Many of us already know that the virus ain't going nowhere. Let's just say that. And yes, December is when December 31st, 2021. So if you try to renew on January 1st, 2022, you will be required to see your doctor in person. And so I have been told that many of the doctors in our program would like telemedicine to continue, and they stand with us on this. I also can tell you that LLC owners, dispensary owners, processors, cultivators all agree that telemedicine should stay. So just know that the entire community, the LLCs, the doctors, the patients, we all agree telemedicine should be staying. We all agree the tier system should go away. And from my consensus, from what I'm understanding, nearly almost all of those LLCs also have some support for home grow or adult use, one or the other or both. And like I said, it just is what it is. We are working against a group of people who aren't necessarily against cannabis. Yeah, some of them are, yeah. But some of them just need to be educated. And they need to understand from the people what this does for people and how it helps people. So we need to continue to host educational events and provide educational content that we can show people who are not aware and uneducated or unenlightened about these different things that happen with cannabis, CBD, hemp, you name it. I mean, the building applications for hemp are just endless. Someone just told me you could 3D print hemp objects. You could simply just buy a 3D printer and get some hemp online and start printing 3D printed hemp objects. It's that simple. It's not even that hard. It doesn't even cost that much money anymore to print stuff. I mean, there are so many ways that you can participate in the cannabis community. It doesn't involve you growing it, doesn't involve you selling it, doesn't involve you working at the dispensary, doesn't involve you working at the cultivation site. There are so many other opportunities. But something else I would like to announce today. Yeah, the 45-day limit, I agree, that's stupid too. I think the 45-day limit, that's coming in from my folks over here on Instagram. Yet one day Instagram will be friendly so we can slide their comments into our broadcast. But I do see you guys on here. And I think the 45-day limit is stupid. I have never liked it. I don't like the 90-day limit either. I think 30 days is more reasonable and makes more sense. Give me 9 to 10 ounces every 30 days. What do you say? How's that sound to you? 9 to 10 ounces every 30 days. Reset me every 30 days, just like they do in Michigan. How hard is that? It ain't that hard. It ain't that hard. Okay, so, what I would say is that look at your recommendations, kind of consider when it's up for renewal. Mine is up for renewal, I believe, in October. So I should be okay. But for people who are closer, like Thanksgiving, you just don't know. So what I'm going to try to find out is what is the policy and rule for someone who decides they want to renew early to simply not have to worry about this rule being enforced again. Now, is there a certain amount of time that we can renew a recommendation early? Is there a specific date? So anyone that's a medical marijuana doctor that's watching this video, if you could answer that question in the comments or even on our Instagram as to when is the earliest time that a patient can renew their 1-year recommendation. If mine expires in October, for example, when would be the earliest time that I would be able to renew it? That would be a question we should all get an answer to. You said it's the main topic. Well, I mean, at the same time, I think that, these simple things that we can do, dropping the tier, dropping the 45, and increasing the telemedicine capacity is going to actually make a difference. And so that's the question is, I know that you can renew a few days early or maybe a week or so, but I don't know if there's a specific deadline. Like you cannot, like your driver's license, you can renew your driver's license early. So I'm wondering if there's some way to renew the recommendation early, you know. And so I'm going to try to get that question answered. What I'll do is I'll send an email to the Board of Pharmacy, to the director of the Board of Pharmacy, and I'll ask her simply, you know, very clearly, how early can I renew my card? Because, I mean, at the end of the day, if there's no assurances that they can extend it past the December 31st deadline, we all have to think ahead. And let's talk about the cost of renewals. I want to make sure I hit this real hard because I think a lot of people have overpaid for renewals. I'm not going to advertise a company here. That's not what I'm doing. But what I'm going to say is you can get your card renewed for $100. $100 for the recommendation. And if you're disabled or a veteran, it's $25. And if you're not, it's $50. So the most you could pay to renew your card in this program should be $150 for 1 year. If you are somehow paying more than $150 per person, not counting caregivers, to renew your card for 1 year, you should be contacting me because I don't want you to pay any more than $150. I might even get you to a deal less, but I'm surely not gonna see people paying more than that for a renewal. Now, if you're a new patient, you've never been in our program, it might be a little bit more than that. I'm gonna say somewhere between $250 and less total, counting the state fee and the recommendations. Yes, that is a great point to make, Bible readings. If you renew early and you haven't used up your days, then you will forfeit those days. So the thing is, whenever, and this is a good thing, I'm glad you brought that up, Bible readings. Let me just say this to everybody. So when you're getting ready to renew your card, always make sure you use up your remaining allotment before you renew your recommendation. Not your physical card, but your doctor's recommendation. Make sure that you definitely use all the days to the zero. So you have no days left, then you start your new recommendation. Because what happens is, once you get a new recommendation, your old recommendation is gone. It's deleted. It's gone. No more. And so everything starts from that day on. So whatever day you start your new recommendation, that's when you are now going to be 1 year from that time now. It doesn't matter what it was before. It's going to change. And your card may not line up to that day. Your card might expire 2 months later, 3 months later, depending on when you originally finally activated that guy. Is that right? 175 plus 50? Okay. Is that for renewal or new patient, Mean Beans? Clarify that for us. Okay, yeah, Terry. Well, you definitely want to make sure that you're waiting. Hey, Sean Tokes, you want to definitely make sure that you're waiting. You're not waiting to the last minute, you know, because holidays, COVID, and everything, things change really quick, really fast. So, like I said, just to recap that, we're basically we need to fight really hard for 3 things right now. Like I said, telemedicine, tier system, home grow. 1, 2, 3. And we want to make sure that they're putting an adult use program together. We want to make sure we have some input on it because we know what we're talking about, because we are patients in the medical cannabis program. That makes us experts in this area. I think we can all agree with that. Everyone is a mastermind in my book. That's right. Speaking of mastermind, some other announcements to make here. The Mastermind shirts are coming soon. The 420 Live shirts are coming soon. And the one y'all all been waiting on, the Ohio Cannabis Live shirts are coming too, you guys. I finally got something worked out, and we will explain more when we start off. Pothead Genius is helping me with that, so I look forward to giving y'all some more information. So make sure that you are in tune, and I'll keep updating y'all when Pothead will be joining the show, and we also will be having some other guests. We will also have an announcer. It will not be me. I'm excited about that too, because I never had an announcer. So that's coming. I also want to let you know we're in a process of developing educational videos that are strictly education. They will not be reviews, and they will basically be educational videos about medical cannabis, specific to Ohio, kind of like a documentary style type thing. So look forward to seeing some different content that is a little bit more higher quality than what you're seeing right now. Big things are probably about to happen. I do want to let you guys know that the YouTube thing is still flagging me and others for my videos. This video could be flagged, but hopefully not. Yeah, so, you know, I will explain to you guys how the shirt thing will work once we get some more stuff done. Like I said, I'm really kind of waiting on my design. So once the designs are done and I have some previews to show y'all, some teasers, you know, we'll do some stuff with the shirts. You know, we might have some contests for people to win some free shirts, free hats. Did I forget? Oh, I forgot. Shirts, hats, and hoodies. That's what's coming. So it's gonna get cold soon, so we gotta have some hoodies so we can represent. So I'm excited about that, as you can tell. And you know, I also want to let you guys know that there is a networking opportunity coming up next Saturday in Cleveland at the place called Ridolph Farms. It's called the Midwest Canna Fest. It's put on by the Midwest Canna Women in partnership with many other LLCs that you've heard of, like Benelli's, for example, and also one of our new processors, Nora Labs. So I will be posting some information for you guys about that, and hopefully we will be able to, you know, help you guys, you know, network. If you're interested in networking and learning more, or maybe you're interested in getting your foot in the door of the cannabis industry, you know, there are events that you'll be able to go to kind of network with people. So, you know, definitely make sure that you keep your eye on the channel. You know, Instagram, you know, I love you that you guys are here with me today, and I wish that Instagram offered a much better way for me to do a live cast with you guys. I'm gonna be working on a better solution than pointing my phone at another monitor. You know, if I feel like if I turn it sideways, then it will look good to me, but it will look weird on Instagram. So I don't know what to say. It's just dumb. Instagram, you need to change the way your system works. I should be able to do a widescreen video, but they won't let me. So yeah, anyway, also just remember the meeting tomorrow is at 7:30 p.m. and you know what you have to do is really simple. Now I've made this so easy. I hope I've made it easier than anything else I've ever done. No, you can go to www.ohiocannabislive.com/join now. And when you type that in, two buttons will pop up. One that says click here now for the live event, and the other one will say VIP. Well, unless I tell you it's VIP, you click the first button and you'll be in the meeting. You don't have to know the link, you don't have to RSVP, you don't have to text me for the link. It's just there all the time. You need to have a meeting with me, that's how we will have a meeting. So say you want to say, hey Mastermind, hey Anthony, I want to have a meeting with you and talk to you about my project. Well, you can now do that right through my website. So if you want to have a face-to-face conversation about doing something in the cannabis community, we can now do that right from my website. I just want to remind you too, you can also check your days from the website, ohiocannabislive.com, on the homepage. Just scroll down and check your days. Also on our app, which is through Wix or Spaces, if that's what this says on your phone, you can also check your days and watch all of the videos that are currently available on Ohio Cannabis Live platform. You can also upload your own videos, your own pictures to my platform. And guess what? It's unlimited. No money. No money. No catch. Unless if it's not appropriate, I will delete it. Okay? Now, and don't do anything illegal on camera. Don't do that. Don't do that to yourself, because you never know who's watching this shit. So, like I said, unlimited uploads on the website. Also, if you're looking for guidance and you've looked at Reddit, you looked at Facebook, don't forget we have a review page on our website too. You can go there and you can leave your own product review, or you can read other reviews from other patients. If you find a seed in there, I want to know. If you found a seed in your weed, I need to know about that. So go to my website and click on the report seeds button and report it. And send me a picture of the seeds. That way we know they're any good or not. I had to say that, right? I mean, do we really need to complain if we get a good seed in our weed? I mean, now if you give me 20, 30 seeds in your weed, that's a different story. But if you give me a couple good ones, well, shucks. It's free. He said it best, right? He said it. See, let me turn this so y'all can see some of these comments, man. You guys can't see the comments, man. Okay. He said it's free. Now, you guys can actually see what the people on YouTube and Facebook are saying. So say hi to Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. Technology at its best, right? What's up, Pie? Hey, look at that. We got Piehead Live with us on Instagram. See, so, you know, we coming soon, man. We're going to have so much stuff. And guess what? We're also working on some contests, some prizes, and more. Let me also provide an update on the Cannabis Lobby Day. Okay, so let me be real with you. We have submitted the permit, paid for it and everything. We are waiting on the approval from the permit. Once we do that, we can have our first planning meeting to see, you know, what we need to work out. We have an invitation that's ready. As soon as we get our approval, it says we actually have secured the location. Everyone who has already given me their email will get an invitation. Now, if you haven't given me your email, then you need to email me at ohiocannabislive@gmail.com right now and say, hey, don't forget to send me an invitation, Mastermind, because I'll forget to send you an invitation. But I'll have a button on my website, too, where you can do it that way. And then when you get the invitation, instead of you replying to the email, hey, I'm coming. No, we have a form in there. You'll fill the form out, and that'll tell us that you're coming and why you're coming, because you'll have a couple different ways to participate if you decide to come, if we decide to get it, if we get it going. So I just want to let you guys know about that. You know, I just want to let you guys know we haven't forgot about him. So now I also want to let you guys know, because y'all my family, ladies and gentlemen, everyone. I want to let everyone know that if this gets canceled because of COVID, if they just deny it because they don't want to do it, my name's Mastermind. I am Mastermind. So I have Plan B in progress already. I don't want to give details because I don't want to jinx Plan B. So I'm already working on a Plan B if for some reason. But I just want to let you know my two main goals here is to give people education and information, because that's the only way we can change hearts and minds. You know, education, information, and just giving people the facts and letting them see the results for themselves. That is the only way. I mean, because just giving opinions and all that kind of stuff, you know, that helps a little bit, but showing somebody facts, undeniable truths, numbers, that makes it a lot harder to ignore. Yeah, that's right. Insta bootlegging. That's what we calling it, right? Insta bootlegging. Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, I had to figure out something because I felt like I wanted to talk to you, everyone on Instagram, and I wanted to talk to everybody on Facebook. I want to talk to everybody on YouTube. And I thought, how can I do this? You know, I've got all these different things. But, you know, for me, I like to have a widescreen. So, you know, having this portrait mode type thing, it's not how I like to present. You know, my monitor is 28 inches wide. So, like, you're only seeing, like, very narrow of what's going on here. But just to give my Instagrammers a little bit of behind the scenes of what it looks like here on my desk, I will show you this, and you can kind of see what it looks like, you know, as far as what I'm looking at in the studio here. I'll never get this back in the same spot where I had it so you guys can see everything. Oh no! Thanks. Appreciate that Bible reading. Like I said, we trying to connect with everybody in the world that we can. So something else I do want to tell y'all. I mean, I have so many things, and I'm running out of time. We only have a couple more minutes. All right. So the new improved show will be me and Piehead hosting. Okay, and then we'll have our announcer, Swango. Will be the announcer. Some of y'all know Swango, some of y'all don't, but you will know him soon. Yeah, I name dropped you, buddy. And so we're gonna do things differently, and the way I say that is that we're gonna have segments. So right now you've seen a show where typically it's just me talking. Sometimes it's just stuff off the top of my head. Other times I know exactly what I'm gonna say to everyone when I get on here. Other times I don't. So, you know, we're gonna have something a little bit more structured. We want to make it a little bit more kind of like a news show. So we're gonna have things that are not necessarily focused on just Ohio. So to be clear, you will hear information about national cannabis news. You will hear information about sports cannabis news. And, you know, I would love to go ahead and preview something else here if I can get my mouse working here. And this is something else I'm working on, and this is 420 live weather. So 420 live weather, you know, I'm just starting it. It's not great. It's pretty corny, but I'm trying to get my slideshow to go here. Okay, so then here's the Columbus forecast. Here's Dayton, and then, you know, it's got some other ones, San Francisco. These are all wrong, but you get the idea. So we'll have a weather that'll be coming soon, and you know, once I get all the templates figured out how to work it, you know, I just wanted to preview it to you, show you some of it. So, like I said, we'll have a weather section, national cannabis news, state cannabis news. We will have a product highlight, and we will also do an LLC highlight. So that means we may talk to you about a particular thing going on with a particular LLC, whether it's good or bad. To be fair. So, you know, we want to talk about something that's happened recently since the last time I was here with everyone. Harvest Columbus is now open, and you know, there's been a lot of controversy going on with that dispensary and being open. But I do want to let everyone know that they have 3 locations that are coming. So there will be a Beaver Creek location as well. I'm sorry, my brain is not turning on to the third one, but you can Google Harvest Dispensary, Harvest Ohio, and that will certainly take you there. Also, what you can do, just fixed on my website, is you can go to ohiocannabislive.com and check menus, the menus button. I've updated that. I fixed all the broken links. So if you were trying to get to Terra Center and it wasn't working, I fixed that. If you were trying to get to Harvest and it wasn't there, that's now there. If you were running into problems with other dispensary menus not working, I have fixed those. I'm going to overhaul the entire Ohio Medical Cannabis Group website and move it over to another system. It looks ugly to me. It's not my best work. It was my first build. I'm going to redo the whole menus thing, so it will be a little bit more quicker and easier to use, and I'm going to optimize it for mobile usage. So that'll be something you'll see happen eventually. I also want you guys know, if you haven't heard of it, there's something called the Ohio Strain Database, and what that will be a catalog of all the strains in the Ohio Medical Cannabis Program that have ever existed. All of them. It will only be the flower part. It will not contain the edibles or concentrates. But if it was grown in a flower in Ohio in a medical marijuana program, it will be in this database. And this database will be tied to ohiocannabislive.com. And just so for those who didn't know, I am the creator of the Ohio Strain Database, if you didn't already figure that out. One of the reasons that I want to do this is because I have been in the program since the first day. So I have a lot of the information from some of the strains that are retired. I keep track of the strains that are retired. Something that you guys and everyone, ladies and gentlemen, may not be aware of is that I have every container from day one, from January 2019 to today. I have every receipt, every bag, every box, every cap, every concentrate jar, every little baggie they had, every container, every tincture bottle, and nearly every empty cartridge. So if anyone could give you an overhaul of all the strains in this program, that's probably me. Maybe a few others who were there too, because I wasn't the only one. But those numbers are small, so we're talking maybe a couple thousand people who would maybe have all their stuff. But a lot of people, you know, I get it. It's trash. Throw it away. But somebody had to keep it for reference. Somebody had to keep it for historical purposes, and I'm trying to be that person to do that. Also, if you're not aware of this, every time a new product comes in a program and I purchase it, it is filmed and archived into an archive that I have here. And I just want to show y'all. On this drive is every strain in the program that I've ever purchased. Videoed, recorded, weighed on camera. Every product that I've ever purchased that ever was designed in our program. There is a video of it on this drive. And I don't even keep this drive plugged in. I don't keep this drive hooked up to my computer. I just actually upgraded this drive. So that we don't run out of space. Because believe me, all these videos that I got are high resolution. Like, if something went wrong, if something got recalled, and I bought it, we'll have evidence on it. The recycling program, yeah, I mean, this again, it goes back to something that would be great if we could have it. But we have, again, a program that's already handicapped. We can't even get them to keep telemedicine. If we can get past one thing, we can move on to the next. But, I mean, recycling is great. I'm all for that. I 100% support recycling. And some of the things that I'm thinking about doing is some videos on how to remove the labels from the jars so that you could repurpose those jars for candles and other things that you might want to make. Maybe you want to use them for sauces or color painting or something like that. So I'm going to do some videos after I can master removing the labels without destroying them, because actually, to me, I don't know if you guys are into scrapbooking, but keeping the labels to put them in a scrapbook might come in handy if you could build your own reference book with all your labels. I mean, that would be kind of cool. Then you could kind of go back and see a mosaic of really what works for you. I mean, because honestly, at the end of the day, if you're not writing down stuff, or if you haven't locked in on one particular strain or another, you're still out here doing research, trying to figure out what's going to work. What's up, Ink Master? Thoughts on the Delta 8? That's a fair question to ask me. I got some Delta 8 right here in my presence. Thoughts on Delta 8? Not nowhere near strong as Delta 9. Still a lot of concern for the process that it's made by. However, you know, I've seen enough to know that whatever they're doing is no more worse than somebody making some blunts or something. People smoking them. It ain't no more safer or less safer than somebody smoking some hardcore papers. I mean, paper is paper. It was never meant to be healthy. I mean, when you burn it. I mean, so, you know, we do lots of things in our lives that we know are not the best things to do health-wise. For me, would I be a regular user of Delta 8 in the process that I currently see it being produced under? The answer would be no. I don't like the process that they're using right now, and the natural process to create Delta 8 THC, from what I'm being told, because people are just so greedy, they don't have the patience for that process to play out. You know, a simple way to put it, in order to create Delta 8 THC in cannabis requires you to cure for extremely long periods of time. As you let it cure longer, then the Delta 9 THC starts to diminish and be replaced with Delta 8 THC. This also can increase the CBN in the plant as well as it's curing. And no one wants to wait for that. I mean, you know, we could talk about curing all day in our program. We already know that there's an issue with curing for several cultivators because they just cannot keep their products on their shelf. I will say that we are seeing some improvements on that, but there's still work to be done. There really is. And so, like I said, 420 Live is definitely going to look at, you know, how can we give Ohio a little bit of information about what's going on in other cannabis areas so that we can learn. Because right now, Ohio is behind. Any people watching this that ain't from Ohio, you already know we're like in the Stone Ages, Dark Ages over here. You know, I think that, you know, one video that we were going to do is going to be 3.5 versus 5.6. I can tell you that's coming, and that's going to be a very debatable topic. But that is a video that I plan on putting together. And another video I'm telling you we're going to do is going to be called Michigan versus Ohio. And we're going to break it down point by point, product by product. I don't mean each and every product. I mean just generally. What we think the comparisons are. How do we compare up to Michigan? We're going to look at Pennsylvania. We're going to look at Illinois. So we can, because if we can learn more about the other states' programs and what worked in theirs, we can take that and try to present that here in our state. So we got to be open to what's going on in other states, and we can't just go on all this street shit people keep saying on the street. My guy this and my friend that man, that means nothing, man. I can get on Weed Maps right now and look it up right now. Ask your guy what dispensary you bought it from. Okay, man, I don't believe you, because I can go on Weed Maps right now and find that same exact product if it does really exist at the dispensary that he said he got it from, that I know he didn't. You know how it is. So, yeah, that's my thoughts on Delta 8 Ink Master. It's a great question. It's a great question to ask me. You know, a lot of people, what are your thoughts on Delta 10? I'm like, well, gee golly, let me get my hands on something first. I mean, you know, I did the Delta 8 and it just made me sleepy. I mean, it was a great sleeper. I'm going to compare it to CBN in a lot of ways. What's up, Captain Green Toker? How you doing, sir? Just to let you know, I'll say it again, the meeting is still on tomorrow, so if you want to come say hi, we got a guest host tomorrow. Mr. Alexander will be hosting tomorrow, for those who already know who that is. If you don't know who that is, come to the meeting and see. Because you never know. Coming to our meeting can be a social hangout where we just sit there and medicate. It can be a webinar. Now, see, that's a good one to have a conversation about, Captain Green Toker, is THCV is in victory. I have very little knowledge of it. I would certainly like to learn more. So that's certainly something that will be a good topic to have on our show. Something else we want to do for 420 Live is we want to get feedback from our viewers on things that they want us to talk about on the show or look into. You know, I'm not going to say it's like news on your side, but we on your side, so we definitely want to know about things that are happening in your neck of the woods. If you have some interesting news that you think we should bring out on the show, if something's going on at your dispensary we should know about, I encourage you to go ahead and email me at ohiocannabislive@gmail.com, or you could just go to ohiocannabislive.com and just type it right in the box in the bottom right hand corner and you get right to me. I'm the only one answering the website. So, you know, just keep that in mind that, you know, there's many ways to reach me, and we will have our main email box open. And like I said, make sure if you're not following me on Instagram, that you go ahead and follow me on Instagram. It's real easy to find me. Just type in Ohio Cannabis Live. Somebody said, well, what's your website? I was like, really? You don't know what it is yet? It's been the same. It's ohiocannabislive.com. But I do have other websites. So, yeah, just so you guys are understanding that, though. We're going to try to, you know, expand our horizons here at 420 Live. And we want to make sure that we can learn as much as we can. And at the same time, we're going to have some fun. And then when I say that, that's where we're going to have some games. We're going to have some contests that you guys will be able to participate in right here on the show, like in real time. Like you might be able to win a prize while you're watching the show on Friday. We will be having some drawings. So I'm working on all these things. And you guys will have a way to be able to help me. We don't have to worry about GoFundMe and all that business. And you guys will be able to get you some merch. And we also will be working on a way to be able to help patients in a unique way. So I look forward to giving you more information about that, because that is coming soon too. Lots of projects coming down the pipeline. Also, I got a review coming out hopefully tonight or tomorrow on the Grow Ohio infusion powder. Infusion! Are you gonna infuse me with some cannabis powder? Powder, man. That just, I mean, what are these guys thinking, man? First they try to give me some water. Now they're trying to give me some powder. So it'll be a lot of fun to see what happens, you know. So make sure that you are hitting the notification bell for when I update the infusion video. I'm still trying to figure out, hey, what should I call this video? If I put something in there, then YouTube's gonna say age restricted. The price. As soon as I said the word age restricted, my video probably just got age restricted right now, like up in the corner. Like he said age restricted. We gotta put it on there right now. So eventually you will see like one of those warning. Warning to YouTube, warning to Facebook, warning to Instagram. We are not drug dealers. We are not drug addicts. We are people, goddammit. And quit picking on us for doing a video about some weed. You hear me? I'm tired of my people getting picked on. I'm serious. It really is hard. I mean, because, you know, you get these messages. We have decided your content is not suitable for advertisers. I'm like, really? Is that big of a deal? How do you know? Did you show it to him, or did you just let your robot do it? You just let the robot told you. Then when you hit request review, they still send it back to the damn robot. And then the robot comes back and says, after careful review of your channel and your video, we have come to the conclusion that your video still isn't advertiser friendly because... And that's it. That's what's it. They don't care. They don't want us to succeed on social media. But yet, other organizations can just blow smoke all through the screen and post many pictures of bud all over the place, everywhere, all day, all night, every few minutes. Weed maps, leafy, high times, you name it. How did they get to do all this shit? And then the small guy like me, or one of my other guys, like Ohio MJ, you know, he tries to do a video about how to get your car and they take that down. What kind of nonsense is that? It didn't even have weed in the video. It was just him giving information. It's just not right. And anyway, what's for dinner? I'm hungry. Has anybody else got the munchies yet? What's for dinner? Y'all having for dinner on Instagram? Y'all left? Everybody left? What's up, Hilltop 614? Kyle Cannabis. Tyler DG joined. Okay. Terp joined. All right. Yeah. What's for dinner? What are we eating today?
Another mastermind hit.
I was gonna get some fried chicken, but I just thought my stomach can't take the fried chicken. I can't do it. So no fried chicken for me today. I was thinking, well, I'm gonna have some baked chicken. That's what I'm having. I'm having baked chicken. I had Wendy's earlier. It was good, but it was bad. Cause it's still bad. China Cottage. Wait a minute. China Cottage? Man, I think I ate that one time and I was like, no. I don't know, man. I don't know. What location is that, Mike? What China Cottage is that? I mean, because I know they got more than one. I think that's a chain, isn't it? A franchise? I think they have more than one location. So maybe that was years ago. That was like in 2011 or something crazy like that. Man, I was working up by Polaris and somebody came in there with the China Cottage. And I was like, Wait, China Cottage, man. I'm thinking of something else. I'm thinking about some kind of cottage. I'm thinking about the cottage pizza, and I'm mixing it up with the China Cottage. Two different things. No. But where is the China Cottage? Sounds like that's a place in Dayton. There used to be a place like that in Dayton called the China Cottage. Black beans and rice chicken with some salad. That sounds really good, Terry. That really does sound tasty. I think that would be good. I mean, I don't know. I try to stay away from the beans because of my digestive, but they're good for fiber. Okay, you said it's on Far Hills. Okay. Far Hills where? That sounds familiar too. Is that in Dayton? Or is that near Dayton? Why does that sound familiar to me? I've been so many places I can't keep track. I don't know why. Far Hills. Okay, up by Trotwood, right? Is that right? A steak dinner on some Panda Express sounds good. Yeah, steak does sound good. Yeah. It do. I like filet mignons, man. I mean, steak is really good though. I mean, I really But I don't eat a lot of red meat. I eat steak like maybe once a week. That's all I can do. And sometimes I try to skip it. So I love chicken, but you know, you get the fried chicken. I don't fry food. I use an air fryer oven. In between Kettering and okay, so no, that's a different one then. See, I think it's the same company though, because it was really good and it used to be over there in Trotwood, right there by the old Salem Mall. I could swear that place was called the China Cottage, man. That's why it sounds familiar to me, Brandon, because I'm from Dayton. I'm like, China Cottage, that sounds familiar. And you say Far Hills, I know where you're talking about at now. You know, Dayton has changed so much. You know, it's really hard to keep track of all the changes when you leave your hometown and go somewhere else. You come back and like the road's different, the city's different. You know, it's complicated. It's hard. Also, no, I got one more thing to tell you. Cleveland, I'm coming to visit.
Hit.
I ain't saying what day, but I'm coming to see them dispensaries up in Cleveland. So Cleveland, I hope y'all got some deals coming up, because I'm coming to check y'all out. Rise, Cleveland, Rise, Lakewood, Rise, Detroit, Terra Center, Cleveland, the Botanist, Cleveland, and possibly Bloom, Painesville, if I can get there. We talking about going to 6 shops in one day. Who wants to watch me try to do that? 6 in one day. You know, on a casual day, I go to 3. I went to 3 today. Imagine that. You go to 1, I go to 3. Sometimes 5 to get what I want. I drove all the way from Logan to Newark to get one thing, because I had to have it, and the price was that dang good. A field trip dispensary day. Hey, what's up, Ohio Smokes Loud? I heard that. I'd like to smoke some loud too. I love the name. I love the name. Loud Ohio. Okay, we gotta be loud. So, as we're getting close to the end of the show today, let's just go back over what we need to do. First and foremost, we need to make sure that everyone listening to my voice right now, whether that's on Instagram or Facebook or YouTube, you need to be speaking up about your desire to want telemedicine to stay. So, how can you do that? By talking to your medical marijuana doctor, you know, emailing the board of pharmacy and letting them know how you feel about it and how you really need to keep it. If you need help with the email address, just ask. I'll make sure you have it. And also, you need to make sure you remind patients that you had that don't watch my show, hey, we got to keep asking about, what about that tier system? Because that tier system is supposed to have been dropped now for over a year. We are a year and almost 4 months into the time they were supposed to change this, and it hasn't been done. And you know, we have to continue to make sure that any new legislation that is coming forth for adult use includes home grow. We gotta stay on that. Yeah, I love that. I love that. I love that. Captain Green Hugger said, "What's up, Instagram?" I love it. I love it. Let me check comments on here. Just heard today, telemedicine is staying. Yeah, till December 31st. Did they change something else? They're keeping it? That's what he's saying. Yes, sir. Tell me what you know, Ohio Smokes Loud, that I don't know. Did they make a final? Did they change a rule change, or did you just hear an extension? Because I'm only aware of the extension that we heard at the meeting. So if you got something else that we don't know, please tell us right now before we go. You said you just heard. Where'd you hear that from? That's what you're hearing. Okay. Can you clue us in on any sources? Isn't that amazing? Yeah. Because like I said, all I heard was till December 31st, and I was there when they had the meeting and said that out loud. Okay. All right. So he's gonna confirm that and circle back. So yeah, that's cool. Just double check. We want to make sure we get it right. So right now we're gonna still go with the assumption that it's being ended. The enforcement will begin after December 31st, meaning that they will no longer allow it to happen. And then we still have no clarification on the telemedicine right now. And there is a bill currently trying to be put through legislation with home grow in it. And we need to keep an eye on that. And then also the meeting for patients is open tomorrow at 7:30. You can join on the website, ohiocannabislive.com. And we will have a co-host joining the show coming soon, Piehead Genius. And we will have an announcer announcing with us too, and we'll have some other content available. So those are the highlights of the show for those who came late. I appreciate everyone being here. I'm going to see you guys next time. Peace.
Another mastermind hit.